Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to some OP replays. We have hold my tea today. We got two battles for you. We've got the Caernarvon and we got the TVP. Yes, the TVP. It hasn't been featured in a while on this channel. So this game here is the Caernarvon, and we are watching 9-10-21 driving this. Now, this ends up with an AFK, but I really wanted to show it because it's been recently buffed. And a game like this, even without the AFK at the end, just shows you what the capabilities are of this tank now. It really is good. With that DPM buff, the massive DPM buff that this tank got, it really is a solid tank. So from now up until the AFK, he still has a very good game. It really can perform well when you play this tank correctly. Now, even though the short reload, I still think you don't even need calibrated shells in this tank. The penetration is good enough. It's got, if you use the rammer, it's even better DPM. But either way, because it's such a short DPM, you can run both. You can run either. It's not going to affect it massively. So that was a nasty bit of HE there. I'm assuming from the SU-152. Luckily, it didn't full roll, and now he can move on and carry on with his day. Now, the best thing about this tank is if you can perma-track someone, because that is mega fun. If you can perma-track someone just to stay put, there really isn't nothing that they can do, and you could just ruin someone's day. Literally, you can ruin someone's day. If you can perma-track someone, that guy will just be pissed off all day. They could go to work and be upset. They can go home, they might not eat because they're just so upset, because they're just so pissed off with this kind of battle. Because I, for one, get really annoyed with getting perma-tracked, and to the point where you just put your device down. There's no point you even trying. You just put your device down and just like, hurry up and kill me because I want to start the next battle. And that's the kind of thing that this tank has got. It's got everything for it. It's got everything going for it. It's got a bit of turret armor, it's got gun depression, the speed's okay, and it's now got DPM. The DPM's crazy in this tank. If you haven't checked out my review, go check it out. And on that note, if you want to go subscribe. We are going to start chasing the 69,000 subscribers. Hopefully we'll have a giveaway soon. Biggest giveaway ever on the channel, and probably the biggest giveaway ever in What Blitz. I think, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it will be the biggest giveaway. 61 Object 252Us we will have to give away very soon. So keep an eye on the channel, go subscribe, because you will need to be a subscriber to be entered into that giveaway, and just keep up to date and watch this space. So far 2.6k damage. He has blocked 440. As I said, you can block shots in this. If you can go hold down, you can block shots in this tank. Sorry, but at the moment there is still a lot of work. There is a 3 versus 4, but of course we know that the T29 is AFK and he is losing hit points. He's now a 1-shot, but he does have his IS-3 here for cover. And again, for his advantage, he does have DPM, and he does have a turret, and he does have gun depression. So I can't remember what I was thinking of then. So it's now a 2 versus 3. Of course, this Emil 1951 is still full hit points, so he's going to be a pain in the ass to deal with. And the SU-152 just doinks his shot there. So we now know he's on a reload, but again, he needs to look around and he needs to be very careful of this enemy team. If he can push these guys up, now if this Emil was just to turn right, then it'd be game over. If he would have just turned right there, it would have been completely game over. But luckily for him, no one is really looking at him. He can take care of that guy, and now he can use the DPM to take care of this SU. He does miss a shot, however, but look, there's not much at this position the SU-152 can do, because he can't really see anything. So 3.9k damage, and it's now a 1 versus 2. Now this match definitely is AFK for the win, and we could have put that on there, but I still wanted to showcase it in this because it still showcases just how good this tank can be. And farming damage, getting bounces, as we're seeing here, as the Emil got one more shot, because if he has and he doesn't pen it, it's game over. Oh my god, 1 hit point remaining. one hit point has changed the outcome of this game completely. Now the Emil is on a massive reload. There really isn't nothing he can do. Now at this point, he isn't aware that the T-29's AFK. He's got a kill. He could be anywhere, but considering we haven't seen him in a while, the chances are he is AFK somewhere. But it's a big map and we have no idea where he is. And leading up to this, he's still got 5.1k damage with 5 kills. So he's asking that now. He is spotted, so he does know that he's around. He's literally asking, so where is he AFK? So he knows that he's around here because he's literally just been spotted. So he's not in sector X, so he doesn't even know where he is. Now some of these, I think he said sector 5, because if you put 5 on the thingy, or 5-5, then it does hide it. It doesn't let you put 5-5, of course, for reasons. So unlucky, it is unlucky for the red team, I do admit. It's not fair on the enemy team. This has changed the outcome of the game completely. But with 1.5 minutes, he's going to take full advantage of this AFK, and of course he's going to salute his gun up in the air with a round. Just clear him, and he is going to for his 6th kill. So 1,000 block damage, which proved to be very important, and 6.3k damage. So that is actually number 1, or 6.4k damage. That is actually number 1 in the Hall of Fame currently. So nice amount of damage there, 9, 10, 21, and thank you for sending me that in. Next up we have Phasma 117 in the TVP. Now again, the TVP is a good tank. I know it's a good tank, but it is a tank that I don't perform well in. I'm not sure why, because it's kind of like a leopard. It plays like a leopard. It's got speed. It's got the auto load. It's got 4 shells instead of the usual 3. So it is a very, very good tank, and it can perform really, really well. But I'll never sit there and say the tank's shit just because I don't like it. I don't like it because I can't perform well in the tank. It doesn't suit me, and I know that. And that's why I'll always say the TVP is a very good tank, and I know it's a great tank. Some people will call it OP. Some people can perform really well in the tank. But for me, I just can't perform well in the tank. But that nowhere near, no way does it mean that the tank is bad. That's me just being bad in the tank. And I'll openly admit that I am bad in the tank. But this guy, he's on a different level than me, and he's going to relocate. Very wise move in relocating. He's going to literally now farm this T57 heavy. He's only just been spotted. Unfortunately, he does bounce that final shot. Progetto, you are what? You are, finish it. What did you say? What did you want to say? You are. Yes, you are. That is it. That is all he wanted to say, is you are. So relocating now is a very, I don't know if it's a good decision or a bad decision. I know he's left his team and he come this way with his heavies, but there is the VK72, and it's not an easy tank to deal with. It's not an easy tank to deal with. And of course, just behind him coming up is the caernarvon. So for him to actually perform well, and he's actually getting shot from behind. So yeah, relocating wasn't the best of choices, because now he has tanks all around. And of course, he needs to hide from this caernarvon because he doesn't even know what other tank is behind him. And there we go, is the Jaegeru. Luckily misses his shot, so he does get very lucky there. Now he's gone for a full reload. Now the reload is hard on this tank, which is probably why I don't perform so well in it, because it's such a long reload. When you're in a team full of medium tanks, TDs, all with good DPM, great DPM, sort of, you're looking at 3,500 DPM for the standard medium tank. This tank hasn't got that, so it does struggle. Now I'm actually very surprised he's still alive right now. God knows what this caernarvon is doing. He's now a one shot. It's a 4 versus 6, a 4 versus 6. There is tanks all around him, and actually we've just seen there that him relocating into this position did not turn out good for him at all. In fact, he would have probably been better off staying where he was and helping his medium tanks, but he chose to relocate. He thought he was going to get rushed. He thought he was going to be outnumbered in tanks, so he decided to relocate. But all in all, it turns out to be the wrong decision, but he is going to make up for that decision indeed. So 4.6k damage now. There goes the Progetto, and it's now a 3 versus 4. But here comes the VK. Now he's got to be careful here, because if he drops down, there are tanks still around. And how lucky could you get? Now, I'm not even going to say that's lucky, actually, because that is the Jaegeru's fault, because 200 hit points, why is that guy not shooting HE? If he would have just shot HE, he would have been dead. He would have been completely dead, and because of that, this VK has to suffer from that, and he has to die, all because this Jaegeru didn't want to shoot HE. 200 hit points when you're in a tank like the Jaegeru with a gun like that, even a splash damage, you will do a minimum of 300 to 400, maybe even 500 damage into a tank like this. 100% you will do more than 200. So he should have splashed him with HE there, and ultimately it will come back and bite him on the bum for this Jaegeru. So he's just farming him now. Again, he's on a 19-20 second reload, and it is just 2 versus 2. Now, in my opinion, I would completely leave the Jaegeru. He's not a dangerous target because our guy's a one-shot regardless, doesn't matter who comes, and the more dangerous target is this Pajero. He's got the mobility, he's got the auto loader, and it's only going to take 1 shell to clear our guy. So he's just going to try and farm him. Right decision here, and try and just whittle this Pajero down. He does have the IS-7 here for cover protection, but 6.9k damage now, so he's already done a great amount of damage, and somehow he's managed to block 1200 damage, which is absolutely crucial. That bounce from the Jaegeru, again, I don't even know how he managed to get the bounce, but here comes the Jaegeru. Now, if the Pajero does, if they both push together, and yes, they may take a shot from the IS-7, but if they both push together, then it will be game over. And yet again, there's another bounce. How lucky this guy's lucky. So now it's changed the outcome. He's a one-shot, but he's only up against a Jaegeru. So all he's got to do is get behind this Jaegeru. If the IS-7 goes to take a shot, and just if the IS-7 just would have stayed where he was, then it would have been game over. But he's used that opportunity now. He's going to use the mobility. He's going to get around him. I think he only has heat left. I'm not 100% sure. He's got heat loaded, but he's going to release all 4 shells into this guy of 8.4k damage. He now leaves him on a one-shot, and all the IS-7 needs to do is just shoot him. Just shoot him, IS-7. So he is going to come up to the side. Of course, our TVP does ask for the kill. He knows he's got the ace, he knows he's got the damage, but the IS-7 is just like, nope, I'm going to get the kill, thank you very much. But nevertheless, a fantastic game, 8.4k damage. Made a mistake early on, but 100% he come back and he helped the team, and he earned that ace. He earned that ace. So well played. Did get lucky with those bounces though. So thank you guys for sending me those replays in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you soon. Bye bye. With